discover it?
Not too long after it came out,
Okay.
I heard about it, and I'm always looking for new effects processors that do a good job.
And it does, right?
Well, it absolutely is the most transparent sound. You put your guitar into it, and most of the time when you put your guitar through any kind of digital processing, it really takes the bullocks out of it, But this is such a powerful device that, when the signal flows through it, it comes back very natural as it could be. And when you add the effects, they don't sound so digitized in a sense. But the remarkable thing about the Fractal, and I use it just for effects. It has all sorts of amp modeling, and most people use it direct. I don't really use it for that. It's very powerful, and the edit functions and the layout functions are they can make you dizzy.
I mean, how long does it take to get familiar with that kind of stuff? I mean,
It's
so
according
many
to
options.
it's according to how much you want to use it.
Yeah.
It's
You use it only for effects, no
Yeah.
amplifiers or anything.
No.
Okay. See, do you use it in studio as well?
usually not.
Okay.
Usually, if I use it in the studio, it's with the mixing console.
Oh, okay.
Where I have used, occasionally, there's a couple of songs on the record where I went through the Fractal and I created a sound. But what I prefer to do is, in the studio, is mic the cabinets as clear as possible, and then I bring the Fractal in the studio, and I process the sound coming out of the board through the Fractal, as opposed to, because this way you can blend raw signal, and I have more control over it.
I see. So, as I know, I guess you're a big fan of regular stomp boxes, right?
Yeah.
Do you use them to create your sounds, your modulation sounds in the studio, or, I mean?
It's according to the song,
Because I saw it, you had kind of a home video or like a
Yeah, I have
sound,
a closet
and I
filled
saw-
with stuff.
Yeah. Oh, holy God.
Well, they're like colorful toys.
They are, but you use them.
Sometimes. I don't use them as much as one might think. I'm kind of a purist in a sense.
Okay. Nice one.
But I've used every one of them
You did.
at some point, yeah.
So it then.
Well, what happens is like you get a new stomp box and you go, wow, this is so great. And you start using it and playing, and then after a while you're like, eh.
I know that. Like, do you have any favorite one? Like, do you remember the first one you ever got, or is there?
Oh, back in the 70s when I
Yeah.
was a teenager, man. Oh boy, things like MXR.
Okay.
Like the Phase 100 and the Maestro phase shifter.
The classic ones.
Yeah, they were just so great.
So do you think there's one single stump box every guitar player out there should own? Like the classic, the holy grail everyone needs?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
The Gemini distortion pedal.
That's what I expected.
That's
Excellent.
you
Here
better
it is.
expect. Yeah. Actually, it is my favorite distortion box ever.
Yeah,
Because it has
designed
two completely different distortions in it. And you can, one of them is really gritty and grainy and, fingernails against a chalkboard kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the other one's very smooth and compressed and very friendly.
So it definitely makes sense to have two totally different characters in one box.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's funny because I'm in this very fortunate position where I can work with various companies and make gear. And it usually turns out the way I like it, so I use it.
Makes sense.
Or else I'd use something else,
So the two amplifiers, the two cabinets, do you have to, you run it stereo, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just that you just have one as a backup, you both use them
No.
on stage.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of cabinets do you use?
Well, they're the legacy cabinets. They have 4x12s.
Yeah.
They have Celestians in them, 30 watts. Seems to be my speaker of choice.
Okay, that's what I was supposed to ask. You rely on them for many years now?
Yeah, many years.
Oh, okay.
In the studio, I have a whole plethora of things that I, fool around with. But, I don't do that live, at least not on this tour. I have, a basic rig, and that's that. And I use these AKG mics. They're pretty bulletproof. That's a big part of your sound, too, is how you mic, where you mic, and the mic you use.
But it's quite seldom like that you just have one mic in the front of the cabinet. I saw so many people, like artists everywhere, having like 2 or 3 mics in different angles in front of it.
Well, for me, it's not uncommon to do that in the studio.
Yeah.
But live, the more microphones you have, the more sound you're picking up all over the place.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What's up with cables? What cables do you trust?
Well, these are, you know, these DiMarzio cables that he makes, that Larry makes for me, are just
Are
really...
they custom made?
No, you can get them, but he makes custom lengths for me, because look how long it is. I have to run all over the place, you know.
Oh, okay.
So,
So you don't have any kind of a signature cable or something?
yeah, I do.
You do?
Larry makes a signature cable for me.
Okay, but you can buy it in a shop. Everyone can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
I don't know how long they come, but you know, he makes me special long cables because I got to run all over the place.